Real Estate Today. I'm your host, Steve Levine. We've had a great show so far talking to Ace Realtor Heidi Albritton with Keller Williams Pearland, and we've talked to Shivani with Intech Testing and Engineering, and she's been great information on the show. If you have any questions, I've neglected to mention, you can email my guest in care of info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. So, and all the shows are archived on HoustonRealEstateToday.com since the first show, which was November 9th. I'm asking Andy, November 9th. Not that he remembers, 2007. This is our 28th broadcast. So, thank you for joining us each and every week. And this show is made possible by a lot of folks. And our main sponsor is Urban Financial. It's been with us since day one. Usually it's Renee Sabatera in my left seat, right seat if you're watching the video. Right now it's actually behind his head. But we have Corey DiBiardino, Vice President of Urban Financial, with us today to talk about money and mortgages. And he's a big fan of Heidi's, and Heidi's a big fan of his. I love when all this works out. And he's a graduate at University of Houston, finance major, VP with Urban Financial, and Financial does a great job, and given the right situation, can close a loan same day. I wonder how he likes them. That's closer to closing, closer to commission. That works out real well. We've talked a lot on the show about making sure you get the loan before you get the home. It's probably the best piece of advice we can give on this show. Making sure you're really qualified and the mortgage money will be there, and Urban specializes in that. Well, Corey, great to have you back on the show.
Good to be here, Steve.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Always good to have you in my left seat as my co-host. Tell me, I've heard a lot about FHA. Everybody's going to FHA, kind of replace some of the subprime money, but you guys are qualified for that. Tell me how it's going with FHA.
Well, we just got our FHA in place, and we're starting to run with it, Steve, and it's really a great product for people that don't have really good credit but can document their income, and it's definitely opening the door for a lot of people that wouldn't qualify otherwise.
But we needed something because homeowners make better citizens. They pay taxes. They vote more so than renters. So our country needs more homeowners, and we want to get the word out on this show each and every week. It's a great time to buy a home. As Heidi said, it's a great time to sell a home. Make sure you use it professional, and make sure you've got the money in place on the mortgages. So FHA is going well.
It is. It's really starting to take off for us, Steve.
And not everybody's going to be able to qualify to offer FHA financing, are they?
Well, there's a lot of brokers that are scrambling to try and get their audits done, and it's a process. But once you have it in place, it's really worth it, because if you don't, you're really not going to have the ability to service your clients.
What are rates looking like today?
Rates are actually looking really good today. They're in the mid to high fives if you've got good credit, or if you are going FHA, we can get you a decent rate. Anywhere from the mid-fives to low sixes on FHA.
How much should I be prepared to put down minimally? I guess it's all credit, based on credit worthiness, I suppose.
Well, for FHA, Steve, we can get you a 97% LTV. For just your conventional, it's 95%.
LTV, loan to value.
That's correct.
Okay.
For conventional, it's 95%.
What about those with some credit skeletons in the closet? What should I be?
Then I would definitely steer them to FHA, and it's 97%.
97%, and getting that credit score in order, taking the time. This is a great time to buy a home. And spring on the border of summer already. A lot of folks want to get in a home by the end of the summer before school starts. So it's a big month for buying a home, buying the country estate. And so this is the time to get qualified. Go to your mortgage company first and find out what you need and work on that credit in the meantime.
Definitely get qualified. Definitely get pre-qualified before you go out shopping.
There's product out there. There's new homes and there's resales, and you can go almost any direction. You get almost any features and amenities in the home, almost any size. You just got to make sure you got the money there for you. I know that consumers that drive up to a home, and before they even see it, they call a realtor, "Can you find me money?"
Absolutely, and it's good when your realtors refer you to a good mortgage broker like Heidi.
Thank you.
Yes.
I just love Corey.
Yeah, I can tell. You guys are getting too close already. Tell me what maximum LTV is available.
Well, we just covered that. I
Okay.
mean, basically, it's 97 for FHA loans and 95% for conventional.
What's your thoughts on the psychology of the market?
I think the psychology of the market's turning around. I think everybody's heard, bad, the market's bad for so long that it was just, beat into their heads, and now it's actually starting to turn the other direction. I think it's probably hit as low as it's going to hit, and there's nowhere to go but up once you hit the bottom. So we haven't had the problems that the rest of the country has experienced here in Houston. However, the national media, everybody reads it here, so they think that that it's impossible to get money. It's homes are losing their value, and that's not really the case here. If they do their research and get with a good realtor and get educated, they will find out that the market is very strong here. It's stable and strong.
Well, the subprime, the mortgage meltdown, and credit crisis certainly has been a factor in Houston. I mean, there are foreclosures and such. So it's been a challenge, but not like the rest of the country. And a lot of that had to do with folks not worrying about where the money's going to come from or how, as their mortgage payment made up, people, mortgage people don't worry about it. Your income will be up there, and maybe not. So a lot of people got involved with those. I've asked Renee this when he's on the show, but for those that are in an adjustable rate mortgage and having their share of challenges and may not be able to make the payment, what would your advice be to those folks?
Get with your loan servicer and see if you can get a loan modification. See if there's something they can do for you. If you can't make the payments, or if your adjustment cycle started, see what your refinancing options are, or talk to your loan servicer and see about getting some type of a loan modification or getting your interest rate set or locked for 5 years. There's different programs out there like the Hope Now program and other avenues for people that are in trouble with their mortgage. So just talk to your loan servicers, see what's available, see what options you have, and just get on the phone. Talk to them.
And that foreclosure stays with you and credit, and it makes it really tough next time to get in anything. It stays on your credit report for quite a while. So you want to, as embarrassed as you may be, for those of you out there who may be in this situation, that you want to call on your mortgage company and ask if there's something they can help you with to stay in there, because they don't want that home back. They don't want to have to go through the hassle of foreclosure, do they?
No, they do not. They'd rather you stay in the home and make your payments and let them make their money.
Corey, I know you guys work with a lot of realtors, work with Consumers Direct and with a lot of real estate agents. And tell me how many realtors you work with, or what. I know you've got Keller Williams' office right across the hallway. And how's a realtor work best with you?
Realistically, whenever I form a relationship with a realtor, what I like to do is I touch base with them, weekly, just to catch up on what's happening, check their pipeline, and essentially, if they've got a client and they give the client my number and they contact me, or they give me the client's number and I contact them, I usually get their information and get the pre-approval process started. And I just like to make sure that my realtors know who they're working with, and realistically, I'm the person that takes a look at the financial picture of what's going on with them, and I just try to be as helpful as I can and educate my realtors about what's happening with the market and what's going on with interest rates and whatnot. So I try to be a resource. Realistically, that's my approach to working with realtors.
I know you got a great reputation with the realtors. What should a realtor tell a consumer items they need before they call you? What should they come in with?
Well, realistically, just call me and I can interview them, or we have them apply online at www.urbanfinancial.com. And I take their application, look at what they've given me, and then I process it, take a look at their credit, and then we go from there. And then if we are moving forward on a contract or do have one fully executed, then we will collect all the financial data that's required, meaning W-2s, tax returns, bank statements, year-to-date pay stubs, etc. So
is it hard for someone who's self-employed to come up with that paperwork, or what do they need instead?
Basically just their tax returns, 2 years tax returns if they're self-employed.
Okay, and that would about do it?
That will do it.
All right. Well, Corey, it's great to have you guys on the show. We appreciate your sponsorship of the program since day one, and you'll have a great reputation with the real estate community and with consumers, and we're flattered to have you on.
Well,
Corey
thank you,
hasn't been
Steve.
feeling well today, but he's hanging in there and done a great job on
I'm making
the
it.
show.
I'm making it for you, Steve. Thank you.
That day, he picked the wrong day of you off, didn't he?
He did, but that's okay.
Urban will be coming on more often with us in June, and always good to have you on. One more time, give us the website and the email address, Corey.
You can reach us at 713-278-2985 or go to www.urbanfinancial.com, and you can email me at Corey, Corey, @urbanfinancial.com.
You've been a great part of the show today. Heidi, did you want to?
I do. I've been wanting to chime in. I just wanted to educate all of the people that are out there looking at buying and selling how important it is to call. You know, you can have a great real estate agent, but we also need some, you got to have a great lender like Corey, because in order for it to close and get done, that is the most important thing you can do.
Excellent. Well, it's been a great show so far. It's gone so fast. We're going to come back to our final segment in just a few seconds. If you have any questions for my guests, you can email us at info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. I'll make sure they get the questions. And you can check out all of the archive shows since day one at HoustonRealEstateToday.com. And we'll be back with our final segment in just a moment, so don't you go away.
All clear.